Hello, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. Let's get everything set up. Alright. So we're going to do an acrylic pour. So it's the swirl technique with a paintbrush run through it, or your finger, or whatever you choose, and do a wrecker ring. So, alright, now everything's ready. Just pop these on first. So I'd just like to say welcome while I'm going through this painting. May you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. Looks like I have a terrible lean on my camera arm. Okay. Deborah, hello from Charleston, SC. Let's see how that is. There we go. Right. So how are you, Deborah? Thank you for joining. I hope you find some value from this pour tonight. So the colours I'm using are a mixture of Purple Lake and Titanium White in equal parts to create this lighter colour. This is Purple Lake again, mixed with the blue Ultramarine Deep at equal parts, I believe, and maybe a little bit of crimson to give it a much deeper purple. So, USA, awesome. So you're in the morning, so good morning. So this is another mix of crimson and titanium white mixed together, and they are Creative Place paints. Hello, hello. And so this one is the Spring Brand White House paint with a dash of a variety of mixture of greens, just to create a nice pretty green. And this is the same Spring Brand White House paint. It's a low sheen acrylic, and also there was a tiny bit of white left in my titanium white, so I added that to it as well. So excuse me. I think we're going to go with a larger cup tonight. So just start layering these. So I'll start with a dash of white. Yeah, very little, very little. I know it may not seem like that tiny amount will make a difference, but that's what I like. So we're going to go in order of the colours. So then we'll have some green. Just try and actually get that white to spread out a little bit over the base, and then start pouring down the sides. So when you do a swirl technique, the paints that go into the cup first are the ones that come out last. So they are pretty much your feature colours in that centre, and so you don't want to have the layers too thick So you want smaller layers in the beginning. There we go. The Artist Haven, Tish, how you going? Good morning. Right. So from here we'll go to back down to the white and start making our layers a little bit bigger because they'll be in the outer rings, heading towards the outer rings now. Go. I think I'm going to have to do a pour pretty soon of a mixed dirty cup because I've been doing a lot of layering and yeah, it's nice to change things up a bit when you realize you've been doing similar techniques. You know, right. Well, it's time to change it up. Okay. So those colours are looking pretty awesome right now. Ooh, that turns out to be a pretty heavy cup. So even when you try and do a dirty cup, you still end up layering it. Yeah, well that's yeah, I've noticed that I tend to layer a lot at the moment. So just my cup looks. Look at that on the sides. A little bit of fun. All right. Now I've got to try and get you back up. I was so excited about that. Okay. 1 second. Just wait and see where that's at. Happy Mother's Day. Absolutely. Thank you, Deborah. And happy Mother's Day to all those watching and not watching, even sending wonderful thoughts out for all. That's got it. Okay. So just put these aside because I may need to use them right close to the edges. Not 100% sure yet. So we'll start off with the swirl technique. So I'm going to be, because this cup is so huge, I'll start with the big spirals and start coming into the little swirls. Just doing my best to maintain that same center position. And just about now, we're getting to the very end of the cup. So I'm going to slow down. Oh, look, I just caught that. But that looks amazing. Nice colours. So now it'll just depend on how they look within a swirl. Hey Doris! Absolutely. Thank you, thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you too. So I'm just going to kind of move it a little bit. Try and bring that center back over this direction. And then we'll wreck it. So I like to use the back of a paintbrush because this is a larger canvas. I chose the thickest brush I have. In comparison, I'll show you, to like this one. So previously I believe I've used this one a lot. So we'll go with the thicker one. Here. Starting off on the canvas and then coming in. That's how I do it. I don't know if you don't have to do it that way. So I'll come off and I'll come through and straight off out the other side. And then I'll find another spot. And then probably just the one more. I think we like to go up here, through there, out there. Yeah, I think that's good. So I am a little bit concerned that there may not be enough paint, so I will use this green that's mixed up without a container. And the white, it's also doesn't have an actual container, to fill in some space. So, oh look, Tish and Doris, here's my press and seal. This is what I had on my cup. I know, trivial things, but it's not something that we could get in Australia, so I found a way I could get some. And yeah, that's all right. We'll work with what we've got now. Smushing it around, I'm not so worried about any mixing of colours. This is purely just to help it along. Fingers crossed. And I don't know why, but I love the wrecked ring paws. Well, I do too. And I love the swirls on a round and trying to keep them round, but especially when you're doing a square or rectangle, I think being able to wreck it gives that little bit more freedom of movement for tilting. So fishing season, I hope it is this weekend. Press and seal is a lifesaver. Well, I'm experiencing it now. I was quite excited. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of movement and get it rolling around. Let it go off that edge to take that white off. I'm just going to bring it back a little before I head down to this corner. So I get side, corner. Bring it back again, and then we'll head to the last corner. So I can definitely see how those rings have opened up. So almost there, and over, and now back. Just trying to even out the weight of the paint now so that it is evenly distributed, or it seems to be evenly distributed across the corner. Oh, I made a right mess there. Okay. All right, so now this is the time where I would say, okay, pop it down, have a look at it, and see if there's any areas that you'd like to change. Do you like the composition? Do you like, I actually don't like this straight line here, so I'd like to change that. Is there an area that you love that you would like to enhance even more by tilting and opening it up? So when I think of those things, you're loving the lines in there. Thanks, Doris. When I think of those, I'd like to take off this messy corner that I ruined. So bring that down and then bring it this way, shifting this line hopefully, while we knock a little bit more off this corner. So let's see how that goes. So come this way. Just make sure my legs stay on the table if I have to put it down quickly. So first off, we'll start with this corner because there's a very little amount there. To remove, there we go. And now bring it down. Opening up these lines up the top here. And getting as much movement through that line that was running through the center as possible, while potentially knocking off some of that paler purple from that corner down there. So just a tad more. Yep. So now I'd like to just do the same thing, bring it back a little bit. There's not a lot of paint on there anymore, which is great for drying times. I'm pretty confident that, you know, there's not, oh, I can't get it to break, that there's not too much paint on there that could cause any cracking. We have had a little bit of temperature change here where we're coming into winter, so things are cooling off, and some of our nights have been a little bit nippy. I'll just grab my tweezers here. I'm not sure about that. All right. So from there, I'll give it a torch because I can see lots of bubbles. Are you actually in focus? I don't know, just do this. Creations by Baby Dolls here. Hello, Brenda. How are you going? Beautiful. I'll need to rewatch. That would be lovely. I do try and talk through the process that I would do when I do these techniques. So there may be something in there that you find that you haven't thought of it that way or something or other. So I would appreciate that. Thanks. All right, so that's how I'd like to leave it. We got rid of that line through the middle, opened up these ones more, got rid of some from the duller corner, and yeah, some of these lines are outstanding. So, all right, I'll bring you down and give you a close-up before we sign off. So, all right. Try and get this to flip over. There we go. So this is from my direction. Coming down. See these lines? They're beautiful. You like the depth? Thank you. The swirl technique does give amazing effects. I was really intrigued when the Wrecker ring came out. So it just goes to show, like many other techniques, how things change and develop over time with different artists and how they create and see things. So this is what's left of that duller corner, which I was happy to leave, just that little bit. And now we'll come back through the center. Hello, Kathy from TN. Sorry. There we go. All right. Let's just do another check of the chat. Okay. And then we shall sign off. Tracy, you will always be the inventor of string dips in my eyes. Thank you. That's because I wanted to share it with everybody, what I discovered. And from there, it's only just grown and expanded so much. So thank you. All right. So Kathy, I hope you've had a wonderful, well, I hope you're going to have a wonderful day, because I'm sure you're still in your morning. Yeah, but we're going to sign off, wishing all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. May your day be filled with love and hugs and everything that delights you. So, yes, thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It really does help. And if you click the bell for all notifications, you'll receive a notification when I upload new content or go live. So please give me a thumbs up for the video. It really does help. And for those watching in the replay, please leave me a comment below on what you enjoyed the most, or if you've learned something new from this or inspired you to do your own record. Yeah, that'd be great. And share it with others who might also appreciate it. That really, really helps and supports us on our channels. So, all right, thank you so much, everybody. Take care. If you have to go out, please take care. And on that, be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.